Okay. Let's do it. Previously on Curse of Strahd, you had all left the winery, one party member short, for Annalie had passed away in a tunnel beneath the winery in the cellar. When she died, lightning erupted from the skies and a figure descended from the clouds, crashing through the winery, picking up a corpse and flying through the sky back towards Castle Ravenloft. Annalie met Strahd in his organ room, learning much about her past before being given the option to return to her party, which she did, finding them at Van Richten's tower just after facing a gaggle of werewolves and were-ravens. You were returned the holy symbol, which you had known was pickpocketed from you prior to the winery. Elvir, a were-raven, and Erwin's younger brother tried to keep it safe just in case you had passed, and the holy symbol might be taken away to the druids. The druids, during that interaction, were able to sneak a cart all the way to Vallaki, poisoning many of the townsfolk, and many more of them passing away. After a lot of you made your way back to Vallaki, you found the town in shambles, many of them accruing at the church. You heard wailing, crying, and when you made your way to the Blue Water Inn, you found it cold, sulking inside. A raven flies down from the rafters, meets you, Erwin, now showing himself to be what he is, a were-raven, thanking you for helping his father and paying you handsomely. You do return some of the gold for his family. Is now receiving much hardship after serving the wine that was poisoned. It is in that moment that his wife, Danica, reveals that a Vistani girl, Kala, had made her way to the Blue Water Inn when you were gone. She was hysterical, crying, and wouldn't say what about, but upon Glenfin visiting her, you discovered that it was her child that has gone missing. Your child, Glenfin, that had gone missing. Now in a hurried panic, after waiting through the night to avoid the road at nightfall, you made your way. You're making your way now from the Blue Water Inn towards the windmill. But we'll begin in the morning as you lie asleep. Relearn. As the cold black of night washed over your eyes, it wasn't long before you began to hear whispers. The night was restless, voices coming far off, echoing over canyons, over mountain ridges, through valleys. You follow these voices to a small opening in the rock. Through this opening, you see the glow of amber. And the voice that comes to you whispers, Relearn, there isn't time. Relearn, you must hurry. Hurry, find me. The voice fades. And as you find yourself retracting from this hole in the mountainside, you pull away from a vast mountain hall. Carved into the space of this mountain is a temple. And retracting even further, you soar overhead where you see trees, mountains, valleys, and rolling hills. Then a windmill creaking. You see ravens flying overhead and then circling, retracting back into the trees. You smell food, pies, cooking down below. you hear the laughing. Not of children, but a hysterical woman. After some time, you pass over this windmill, following the road and back into the town of Milwaukee, where you hover above yourself in your bed in the cold of night. You watch, looking down, your body still as a corpse. As your gaze shifts to the left, you see Glenfin. He stirs from his sleep. Again, you can tell he hasn't been out long. He sits up, putting his hands on his head. He's stressed. He walks up over to the window and looks out. Returns and goes back to sleep. You watch him as he drifts again. And as his eyes seem to rest, you see another set of eyes open. They glow red. Flash of light coming in through the window. You see Annalie sit up quietly, like a cat. Pulls away from the bed, her bed sheets not making a sound. She almost in a daze walks over tenderfoot to the bed of Amadeus. She stands above him, looking down, and gets down on her knees. She's watching him intently, keeping her distance, but you see she begins to inch forward towards his neck. At that moment, you find yourself, your will, the panic of danger. You return to your body. Falling for a moment, you feel the rush and plummet as you collapse into yourself and spring back up in bed. Awake, you hear this, and instantly you're lucid again. You find yourself kneeling at the bed of your brother. You're not sure how you got there. And you see him awake, looking at you. What do you do?
What are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe let's just get away from it for now. We can figure it out, but
Well, what do you mean?
it seems like a temptation. Probably, yeah.
Both of you roll for Constitution. 18. Okay. You stay asleep. What'd you get? Ethan, what'd you get?
Oh, I have one?
Yeah. Both of you. 18?
Yes.
Alright. Yeah, both of you stay asleep. It's just the two of you.
Oh, nice.
They're out cold.
Probably better.
Oh, what happened? I don't know how I got here.
I don't know how it happened, but I was watching all of us from outside of my body, and I saw you kneeling down close to his neck. I don't know if you maybe.
I'm gonna stand up and like walk away. With hands.
I don't know if you're maybe getting temptation kind of a thing, or if it's only
I
subconsciously.
don't know. I just found myself here.
It's not great.
After a moment, you find yourself waking up. Ethan, you find yourself waking up. You see them talking over Amadeus.
What's going on, guys? How's everyone at?
Oh, good morning. No reason. Nothing. We're just up.
Crazy night actually. I did.
Amadeus.
Yeah.
Amadeus.
We talked about
Wake up.
It's early in the morning. It's before the sun would have rose.
Before dawn? Before dawn?
seems early.
Will we be fully rested at this point?
Since we're up,
Well-
what do you say we get on the road and
You three are fully rested. You wake up feeling terrible.
Okay. Wait, Larry, what happened last night? You said you had a crazy dream.
I don't know if it was a dream or if it was something like the vision that I had just a few days ago, but crazy out of body experience.
What happened?
I heard a voice in this mountain calling out to me saying that there isn't much time and that I have to find him.
Would you mind telling us about this on the way to the windmill?
Well, yes.
Yes.
Yes, no, of course. My
Okay.
apologies.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's pressing.
I mean, it'll
No,
take us
yes, of course.
about 6 hours last time, so it'll take us about 6 hours to get there. So you can tell us on the road.
Yes, no, gladly. Perhaps there's a way we could, I don't know if anything's open right now, but maybe find a wagon to speed along our trip.
real quick. Let's not take too long now.
Yes, let's use minimal time to find this though.
Yeah, we can see. We can ask the innkeeper. I know he.
Yeah, if
I
he's
know.
awake at this time, I don't know, but
Oh,
let's at least check.
let's go down.
You head out, come downstairs. As you begin to take a step down the steps, you find yourself swaying, familiar dizziness upon you.
Who's next to me?
Yeah, would any of us know this?
Yeah, say your marching order. Yeah, I guess you're walking down the stairs.
First downstairs.
Okay, yeah, he's
I'll follow him.
following. Yeah, so he's right in front of you. You're last
Who's in front of me?
on the daisies.
Can I like grab him for a second? Like as I'm stumbling? I grab him.
Are you okay?
I feel pretty terrible. I just can't stand for. I feel really weak right now.
Okay. Well, just hold on. You need to hold on to me. I'll walk. It's fine.
So,
Just
just
some water?
curious, would I know anything about her condition? Just having traveled with Morgantha, would I know anything?
You do know from your studies that she is, and from being told that she's a vampire.
Yeah.
Some variant of a vampire.
Okay.
You get a sense of what's going on.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know. You know more about
feel
it.
that
I will be your
same
guide.
palpitation in your chest, that rushing. It's slow, it's offbeat. Your heart, it still beats, but it's strange, something strange about it. And you feel this kind of rush towards you as you put your hand on it. You feel the warmth because you have none of your own.
I think I just need to sit right here for a second. I'm just gonna sit down on the stairs.
You hurry downstairs and you find Erwin at the bar. There's only one hunter in there, and you see him serving him his food, taking his money as he kind of goes back and turns and begins to put it away in a lockbox.
Erwin, we have a very pressing matter to get to. Do you have any horses or a lead? We need to get somewhere fast.
You will find horses in the stable. I do not have a horse of my own.
Would the stables be open right now to get one from her?
It is quite early. You might see.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'd like to look back to that again. Are you guys gonna come?
She's a little busy right now.
Really?
Ah.
I feel really weak.
Yes.
Have you heard anything of what's happening to me? You seem to know a lot about the land
I
and
know my
things.
fair share. Let's get on. Let's try to find Red, and I can try to explain as much as I know. It's not much, but
Okay.
You are able to walk. You just do feel this dizziness about you. You're going to take disadvantage on any saving throws.
Okay.
perhaps you should help her on the day.
You wanna hop
She's
on
not
the
in a
back?
good condition right now.
No, it's okay. I'll just grab your arm. I don't want to weaken you.
Alright, let's go. We're going to the stables now.
You rush through the streets. You far out above, beyond the rest of them. You kind of straggling in between the groups. You make your way to the stable. You see that same boy tending to one of the horses.
Boy, do you have a wagon here?
He turns, recognizing you. Oh. He goes and begins to run off.
Are like the horses like there?
Yeah, they're there. There's ropes.
Do I see any wagons nearby? Like, is it just horses?
It's mainly it's
Just
just
a boy
horses.
already ran away.
Yeah, he kind of runs off to a building off his
Yeah.
right.
I'll just leave him.
So you were good.
That
No. Yes, I said I was gonna eat him.
That's what it sounds
Just
like.
leave
to
him.
a horse then, and I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna ask to a horse then, and walk towards the horses.
Yes. I guess if
Okay.
there's no carriages, it might be the
Do
best
the
option.
horse.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, you hop up on those horses. They're already saddled, these ones. As you make your way towards the gate, you do notice the gate is currently closed, and there's a sleepy-eyed guard sitting up on top of the gate. He's kind of leaning back against one of the palisades.
If I had to toss him a coin, I don't know.
So,
It's Arlington, you're leaving the city. What's your business?
We have pressing matters in another town that we have to get to and tend to immediately.
Very well. He goes to the gate. He goes. As it rises.
We appreciate that. Thank you.
He nods, wiping at his eyes. You can tell he's had no rest the previous night. Most of the town seems scant of any activity. You make your way from this dreary scene off along the road. You find yourself traveling for some time without any trees until you come to a point where the road turns a harsh right. You bend around a large canopy. The forest grows dim, even though the daylight slowly begins to come into morning. You continue to ride uninterrupted for some time. You can feel free to discuss whatever you need to.
should we talk about how we're going to approach this?
I have been reading. I don't think that's
I don't know.
going to be quite the option. As much as I would love to, it doesn't seem like it's going to be very likely, especially with how we were able to deal with the druids. And they're much less powerful than what it seems like hags are from the book.
What does the book say?
They're very ancient beings, origins in the Feywild, within crones. They all possess magical powers. Some have an affinity for spell casting. We don't know if this one is a spellcaster or not. They could have any amount of powers greater to or equal to ours. And they propagate by yes.
Say anything about how to hurt them?
There is a chance that there could be more lesser ones. Sometimes they give birth to daughters, as it's called in this book, and they can create a very powerful coven with that. So, I'm trying. They're very arrogant, so that's something. They believe themselves to be the most cunning of creatures, and treat all others as inferior. So,
So
we might,
something against its arrogance, and we
yes, we
pride?
might have some kind of upper hand with that.
A challenge, riddle, like something.
Yes, we could strike a deal with it, potentially. So, yes, that might be it. That might be our best option because I don't
Trade
believe
kits?
trade kits. I mean,
I think I have,
technically we could,
Still
but
not fight it, you know.
I have one in mind.
we have one in mind. No, we are not trading Jezebel.
I see.
See, you knew exactly. You didn't even say her name.
I will not trade one innocent for another.
Well,
I
makes
don't,
sense.
yeah, I don't think innocence
I-
works for this one.
There's still a chance for her, and I'm not willing to do that. Okay, so he has his own advice in here. They're despicable to the last, but their schemes and goals vary widely. A hag's knowledge and power is no small thing. If a hag is willing to bargain for information, sell goods or services, or ally herself to you in any way, you'd be wise to consider it. Far better to cautiously enjoy a hag's good graces than to be the subject of her wrath.
I think that is where we should point. We should not go in there with, I don't know, with a fight. It just said you be wise.
She's
It's
still
like,
my kid.
Yes, and it's very understandable, but we can't just.
We don't need to go and go.
We don't know how powerful she is. We can't just go
to
in
be
there
wise to
expecting
make
to fight.
her our ally. If we have something that she wants,
What
if
do we have?
I don't know.
What do we have? Let's think. What do we have to offer her?
Jezebel.
Other than another child, what do we as the
Yeah.
four of us have
Me
to
and up
offer?
with you.
What's
Perhaps knowledge. You said they.
She's arrogant,
she enjoys knowledge and she's
but
very
we can't
arrogant.
challenge her with not knowing something. But you could potentially gift her
We
maybe
can
that.
ally ourselves to her in some way, at least to just get back your child. I would be willing to do a temporary alliance with her just for that.
Says it would be wise to make an alliance with her.
It does, yes.
Say that sentence again.
If a hag is willing to bargain for information, sell goods or services, or ally herself to you in any way, you'd be wise to consider it.
I've already made friends with her.
You've ate her pie.
Think
so
about that.
that's what you made.
Think about that. We're not. I think I've already been.
Yes, you've already made a deal with her, because you said that you would bring her children.
Oh, looks like you gotta bring Jezebel.
We're much too close to the window to go back now.
Well,
We can later potentially talk about it, but I'm not a part of
let's
that.
just. I think our plan so far is we're gonna need to strike a deal, or knowledge based, or something, or get her goods. Whatever that may look like. We don't know.
The point is, we have to go in there offering something.
Yes.
We can't go in
Should
there.
take money.
We can't go in there fighting. I
No.
don't
I
expect. that
don't
she
think
would.
so.
It would be nice if she did, but we can try.
I don't
Sure.
want her to offer it up.
Yes. No. Let's offer it at least. But I think she would rather something
What is
more
she using the kid
useful.
for?
Her uses.
Specifically?
Eating?
Does it say?
Well, it does say that hags propagate by snatching and devouring human infants.
Yeah, we should probably get in there.
I kicked the horse to ride past her.
Now we do have to be very, very careful though, right? I don't want any of us to get hurt as much as I can help it, and I will do to my utmost ability to keep you all safe as much as I can. So do not go in there intending to fight. As a last resort, yes, but not intending to.
We learned.
Glenfin.
Hands off. Hands off
Please.
our weapons. Hands off our weapons.
Yes, do not go in there weapons drawn. Right.
We learned.
Little by little, you make your way through the forest until you come to the forest's edge. And there, atop a hill, you hear the creaking of a windmill. It spins, tattered and worn, and leaning off to one side, its onion-shaped top, silhouette against the sky. It is a gray haze. You see this road, it winds up the side of the windmill. And outside, just here, is parked a cart. You recognize it immediately to be the cart Morgantha would pull through the cities.
Is this like a treeless? Oh shoot!
Yeah, it's a grassy hill.
I'm so sorry.
It's a grassy hill.
Okay.
This is a steeper incline here.
It took me 3 hours
Okay, what do you do?
I think we should.
to approach it.
I don't know if
I almost want to leave the horses back here.
I think we should tie our horses to these trees.
Yeah, let's tie it to the forest edge and then
Yeah.
we'll walk the rest of the way. We got their saddle
Yeah.
reins.
Yeah, they're
Wait,
reins.
I'm not sure that.
They're all fine.
Yeah, but we'll just tie the saddle reins to one of the trees.
Sure, pick one.
Let's do
technically,
that one doesn't have leaves there, but that one
yeah,
does.
well, that one.
Okay, fine,
Okay.
okay.
Am I
After tying the horses, who tied the horses?
Amadeus. That's the best game in the land. He is
I assume you didn't tie the
No,
horses.
I'm walking.
Alright, you see as you're tying off the horses, he already begins his trek up this hill.
I'd like to walk up. I'd like to quickly run up to him real quick. Glenfin, wait, just a second.
We can't wait.
No, I understand, but you can't go in there alone. And I know the mindset that you're at right now. You can't just rush into this right now.
Well, we can't.
I know we can't wait, but we
Of
also
course it.
can't rush into it. We need. They're dealing with it. Just
Be slower.
wait 1 second. Trust me, it will work out. It will be alright.
You trying to run up to Jason? Yeah. You're not running, right?
No, it's very
Me,
fast.
Jackson,
walk
okay.
through.
As you
Can I
near.
move fast? Can I move fine?
Oh yeah, you can get there. As you near the top of this knoll, you smell the pie is cooking. Immediately in your stomach, you get this churn, this sense of repulsion, and at the same time, you feel almost like tingling in the tips of your fingers and your muzzle, the tip of your nose. Something in your brain, it clicked. You know that you need more.
Good thing I have some in my pocket.
You do?
I actually do have some.
Okay. Yeah. Roll to resist. Or
I have
to
like a
get
little bit left.
Yeah,
Stay strong.
Okay, roll to resist. On what?
to resist eating the pie, or you can just eat it. Right?
No, I'm gonna resist. But what's the
Just roll, and
Okay.
it's gonna be a Constitution.
20? Not natural.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to resist. Oh no, it's not a saving throw. Yeah, you're able to resist it. You do feel that pie in your pocket, and you're very conscious of it. But you begin to near the top here. You come up to see this cart. It is mostly empty. There's still the tarp laid over it. You don't see any pastries lining it, but you do smell and sense a warmth coming from the windows, just about the window on the lowest floor.
Can I go and knock?
Yeah.
I'm gonna knock.
Same.
Let me knock. Stand back. I'm gonna tell you to like kind of push him
No,
back.
I was in front of you.
I'd like to
Unless
say
they try to speed
I'd
past
like to
you.
say before they knock.
But-
Alright guys, remember, no fighting, no
Okay,
aggressive.
I'd say when the
Glenfin,
door
get
is
out of
very
here.
You try and like grab his arms
Yes,
and
I'm-
pounds on that door right before you get to him.
Can I like push him behind me? I'm gonna push
Yeah,
him behind me.
I mean, yeah. Do you resist or what?
No.
No, okay, yeah. She kind of shoves you back behind. You stand there in front of him. You wait. And you don't see or hear anything. No one comes to the door.
I'm gonna do a knock, a softer knock, but. Hello?
After a moment, you hear shuffling on one of the higher floors up. Kind of the creaking of wood and the scraping of stone.
What's her name? Morgantha! Hello? It's Emily! And a few friends.
I'm gonna put my hand on Glenfin's shoulder, trying to calm him down.
There's no response.
I'm gonna knock
I'll give
again.
him a little back scratch, yeah. You feel
Hello?
Yeah, you wait there another couple minutes and no one comes to the door.
Where is
Do you do something? Do you do
her card's here?
No one's
Is
answering
the
the
door
door.
unlocked?
Do you go check?
No.
Yes.
I'm not gonna open the door. I'm not gonna open it. I'm just gonna check if it's unlocked.
Yeah, you go up, you kind of push through and kind of grab at the handle and you, yeah, it opens.
Okay,
Close
cool.
it. Close it, close it, close it.
Yeah, you hear kind of the thick, heavy.
Maybe let's walk around. We don't know what the other side of this room looks
Immediately
like.
when you open it though, you smell the baking of bread and pies. It's an overwhelming waft that comes out in this immense heat. stilling the chill that's in the air in the morning. You get the sense that the stove is on.
There's obviously someone in there. I've opened
The oven's
door.
on.
Barged in.
Okay, you push inside. Immediately. A little table, a couple of shelves, stocking the back. Oops. And here. This is what you see. It is a mostly crowded, very full room. There are all sorts of trinkets. You see flour rolled out all over this table here. On these shelves, there are all sorts of things, including a series of bottles.
Yeah, dude.
What's actually in there?
Balsamic? Olive
Let's
oil?
drink and find out.
Yeah.
That's where the fire.
Now, I made these a long time ago. I've been waiting because I thought you'd stop at the windmill a while ago. Yeah, so you see these 3 potion bottles. You recognize them immediately as you are wizards. They're sitting 2 on this one and 1 on this shelf.
Just
Just
like
like
glass.
glass.
Do I have an idea of what?
Roll for Arcana.
I'd like to walk in.
We're walking in.
Going in.
I guess.
Yeah. Immediately, you do recognize this one to be Mother's Milk. It is a potion crafted by heinous witches and hags that grants a boon temporarily, oftentimes invigorating one, and then slowly begins to kill you day after day.
Any of the other ones?
This one, you're unsure. With the heinous look at it, off first glance, it's kind of hard to tell. It looks like the bottle's been repurposed several times. This one, you're not certain, but you think it might have to do with charming. Just off first glance, you find often red potions have to do with charming or something.
I'm at the door. Amadeus walked in too. I didn't.
Actually, I walked in and I pulled her in.
No, I'm at the door. Amadeus.
Pulling her in.
You run up, pull the music and take it.
By the way.
What am I gonna have mad? Walk right into my
Yo, woman!
Glenfin.
Hello. I'm still at the door. I'm not opening. No. Oh my goodness. I'm biting back.
Where do you wander?
I'd like to just kind of stay in the middle, just watching the surroundings.
Okay. You see him go pick up potions off the wall here. As the furnace blasts, you get this overwhelming sense of heat emitting from there. And you see a barrel with its lid on covered there. Up above, as you walk in, you yell out, "Hello!"
I'm still at the door. You didn't pull me in.
I pulled her.
Okay, roll for strength, both of you.
I have to do disadvantage. So.
Oh, I'm terrible.
16.
Which means I got
17. So it'd be 16 plus 5. 21.
Didn't matter. I got 2.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you resist and you kind of like try and pull her. Do you stay with her at the
I'm
door?
staying with her at the
Okay.
door.
Yeah, you kind of stand in front of her then. 2 of you, as you're picking up potions, you hear and you actually see a white dusting come from the rafters, falling through the cracks in the roof. You know someone's up there walking. Actually, you hear the churning of stone.
You know she has a name.
Morgantha! Hello!
I never encountered.
You hear her yelling.
Try not to intrude! We're here!
I don't think she can.
stairwell.
I don't think
That's
she
a
can hear
that
us.
is a set of stairs.
We don't want to
Or
startle
not stairs,
her.
sorry, that's
That's why I'm not here.
a ladder.
We don't want to just be in her home. That's gonna piss her off. Think about that. We're just in her home right now.
As you're disputing
Yeah.
and you walk towards this ladder, you hear the grinding stop.
Hello? Morgantha, it's Italy. I'm gonna say that one more time because she.
For a moment, there's silence. Just the churning of that windmill. And then you hear footsteps walking across the floor. You, both of you, standing here. There's a trap door just there. This ladder comes down. You see above a bulging eye smears down. A drop of brown hair kind of folds over the edge. Eh? Who's there?
Excuse us, we just come to talk for a moment.
You come to buy pie? She comes and kind of walks down the steps here. Just you see she's kind of crooked the way her back is, the way her head rolls on her shoulders, her eye bulging on one side, face slightly deformed, moles and warts gnarled on the side of her, and her hair thinned and kind of flopped over the front of her face. She goes and pushes it back, streaking white powder through her hair as she kind of comes down. You come to buy a pie?
We were actually hoping to talk to Morgantha.
Mom?
Yeah, I guess so, yes. Is she here right
Mom's
now?
not here now.
Oh, where is
Mom's
she?
not here.
Do you know where she is? We'd really like to speak with her.
Gardening. Why?
We need to talk to her.
About what? If you want to buy a pie, I can sell you a pie. She goes and kind of comes down the steps here. Walks past you. Then around back behind this main counter here where she pulls up a pie and then she turns through large wooden, large wooden lathe. She sticks it into the oven and pulls out another set of pies and goes and places them on top of her table here, her counter. She goes and kind of bats at them. What kind of pie would you like?
I don't know if we want to buy.
I have some already.
What kind of pies do you have? I can't tell what kind these are, I'm sorry.
It's a cherry pie. It's an apple pie, not cherry pie.
Okay.
It's a meat pie.
Meat pie, what kind of meat?
Chicken.
Alright.
If you're not here to buy, I must have you leave. I'm quite busy.
Okay.
We didn't mean to intrude, we were just
Looking
looking for
for
Morgantha.
your mom.
Your mother,
We'll
yes.
go find her. Is she outside? In the garden, you said?
What business you say you has with Mom?
It's some adult business. Don't worry about it.
Some adult business.
Yeah.
Adult business as well. I'm making soups and
Yes, you do a lot here.
I make pies and I make all sorts of pastries.
And your name is?
Ophelia. That's a beautiful
Ophelia.
name.
It is.
Yeah. I have to finish making Mom's soup. Leave me be. If you're not going to buy a pie, see yourself out.
Okay.
Is your
The garden? Can you
Yes,
point us towards the garden?
Where's the garden?
It's a secret garden.
A secret garden. Well,
where is the secret garden?
Are you serious?
She goes, grabs the ladder, and slides back down. Secrets are secrets for a reason. Why are you asking?
well, how long is she gonna be there? Is she gonna be back soon? Can we wait?
Broth's almost done. She's not expecting visitors.
Should we wait outside?
Wait where you will, just can't wait in here. Go. She begins to
Alright.
hobble back up the stairs again. The ladder rungs.
Thank you
Okay,
again.
thanks, Ophelia.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go wait outside.
You turn.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a, you said there's a barrel.
There's a large barrel there.
Can I move in?
Yeah, do you want to like open the top?
No.
There's a string kind of rolling up on the top, so that can be opened.
Well, let me open it first.
Okay. As you pull it, you get the sense that it's quite heavy. There's a black ichor that kind of rolls as you bump it. It bubbles.
Can I show it to the side? I want to see if there's something underneath there. Specifically looking for trapdoors.
Okay. Yeah, you push it over to the side. It looks like it's just more stone floor.
Okay.
Do I see him doing this?
Yeah, you see.
How big is this?
What are you doing?
It's not a garden. There's gotta be some other place.
Maybe
There may be somewhere hidden.
These guys alone, so no.
I mean, it could also be magical.
I didn't met the door.
Well, then let's find it.
Do you have to
Might
find
not.
it?
We learned.
Can I? Would this be reasonable to shove it with an intent to move?
Show what? The main thing there?
Here, I can help you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the two of you go to it. Yeah, roll
Yeah.
your strength.
I got my dice.
20.
Well, you grab
Oh,
the right one.
17.
Plus
Plus a 0.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
you could have done it.
yeah, you scoot that thing and it kind of lodges against one of the dressers. It kind of rattles, and you see this begin to kind of. It falls onto its side and it begins to roll.
I'd like to run and go try to catch it.
Yeah.
Oh, were you
I'm
gonna?
gonna mage hand catch it.
Okay, roll for dex save.
14.
Gotcha. Yeah, you barely just grab it before it crashes to the floor.
Thank you.
I'll just pocket it, I guess. Are there any like books or anything on the shelves?
No books. There's a lot of dried herbs and strange-looking lumps, small sacks, pouches.
Nothing else. We can't open the secret door, right?
You get a sense that these are on an exterior wall.
I'm gonna shut the table in.
You go shut the
Let's
table.
go shut the
As you
table.
do, you hear that someone walks over towards the ladder. What are you doing down there?
We're just trying to find our way out.
I told you to get out.
We're already
I
out.
do it.
Hear her kind of.
I walk out. I'm out.
Glenfin, let's go.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
not
walking
right
out
now.
too.
Come on.
Well, we
I'm
need to
outside.
find this.
I understand that, but we can't do it from in here. Maybe it's actually outside somewhere, or there's an external door.
Okay. You walk outside. There. What? Your raven. He's kind of circled you a bit, but there is. Let's say, there's kind of a stump of a tree over here. He doesn't look like he's very happy to be here. He's kind of flapping and calling you, just like trying to call you back away from the windmill.
Guys, I think we should back away from the room.
Um,
My raven seems to be freaking out over there. That's usually not a good sign.
Maybe
I
we
mean,
should
it could
just
just
take.
it could just be because of the hag, though. I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
Well, maybe we should just wait a little bit. We can scout it out over here as well. We can just walk back just a little.
How tall is the windmill?
It is 3 stories tall.
Is there an open window?
Oh yeah.
Can I call my raven to me?
You do that. Flies over, lands on your shoulder. The bird sits heavy there, very large.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my familiar and like fire on it. Look around. Number one, to see if there is a garden nearby that we just don't see yet.
We're gonna make this your raven. He flies up. Where do you make him fly?
Just kind of around the outside of it, just looking. Is there a nearby garden or something?
Yeah, as it circles, it doesn't see a garden per se beyond what little herbs are growing around the main structure here. There's actually a pen of pigs back behind the windmill off to the side. But as it flies higher and kind of looks around, it sees off in the distance, towards the edge of the forest, a set of standing stones.
Some suspicious stones. No garden, so I'm headed there.
Oh, we'll follow.
Alright, yeah. Let's try to stay as a group though. I understand we need to
Can
find.
your familiar look through the window
Yeah,
Say there's no
I'll look
window
at
as well.
to see
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Okay. This circles back around and lands which story? Third or second? Third. Okay. You go up to the third. It's very quiet. No one really is in there. It looks like there is a small bed and a chest resting up there, old, rotten. There isn't a whole lot in that third story, but you do get a sense of lantern glow from down below.
Okay. And then I'll take a quick glance at the second floor.
Okay, so it flies down. You see Ophelia there. There's the churning stone. There's also her boiling pot, a large cauldron that she stirs with a large ladle. She goes, takes a handful of herbs and tosses it in and kind of it bubbles up. It looks kind of orangish. Smells food gone sour, but it is still food. You get a sense. There's an overwhelming garlicky onion kind of reek that comes from it.
Okay. I'm gonna head towards the stone then.
You do what?
I wanna head towards the stones.
Okay. What is your familiar do?
He's just gonna sit up on one of the sills.
Okay. What? It's a raven, I assume.
Yeah.
So what did you see? Where are we going?
Nothing, but there's stones off in the distance by the woods. There's not really anything going on that I expect.
Okay.
Let's check that out.
Okay.
So you head off that direction. Change things a little bit. So you come down that hill, roll around a small bend. You see the edge of the forest.
As we're walking over there, can I take a closer look at this black one?
Yeah, you look at it and it actually has something scribbled on it, very faintly. A label that's kind of alarming for me.
And also,
Can you read this? Have you seen this?
Would I recognize it on first glance? Any of them would be able to read it.
No, it looks to be in common, but written very messily.
Could I roll like insight or investigation to try to figure out what it says?
Sure.
Okay. Which one?
Let's go with investigation.
Cool, that's my higher one. What's that? Oh, 19.
A 19? Yeah, you get a sense that the last word is death.
No, I don't get the last word. Shut up.
Fake death? False death?
Yes, it could be false death. Which
fire death.
even fake death.
Yeah.
Fake,
Yeah.
false. That's
Is that a potion that
very
we recognize? Fake death, false death? One that we've heard of before?
Not one that you've heard of. You get a sense from what you think it is to the meaning of it. A potion that might make one appear dead.
quite interesting.
Does the red one have a tag?
No, neither does the white one. You walk kind of down over this grassy knoll here, where different plants begin to grow in tufts. There's all sorts of different herbs, rosemary bushes, and is blackberries off to one side and thyme overgrowing the path.
Wow, what a physical concept.
As you walk down the snow, you kind of come circling off from one side. And as you pass this pillar here, what comes into view is a woman. Sitting down on a rock in between these two standing stones amidst what look like strange stone obelisks. She sits there, something in her arms.
Do I have the sense that it's a baby?
You do, by the way. She's rocking it side to side. She's nursing it.
Ew.
It's
a woman.
Morgantha.
Oh, it is Morgantha.
Her old, gnarled face, sweet, looking down at the child. Place your heart in my little one. Let your speech
Glenfin,
lie.
we are not attacking at first.
Lead me
First.
through
Right.
the
Yes.
fire.
Okay.
She's
Yes.
saying she has
Yes.
If you say something right now, I'm doing it.
Hi.
Morgantha!
Excuse us.
Hello!
Oh.
Oh, let me
Children.
proceed a little ahead.
Yeah. I'd
She
like to
continues
say
to nurse the
correctly.
child as she looks up at you. What are you doing in my garden?
Well, your daughter said we could find you over here.
Oh, did she? That's whore.
Sorry.
Yes, you
Can I
just
do-
said that you would be over here. We've been looking for you for quite some time.
I can guess the reason why you're here. But you? Are you hiding a child underneath those robes?
No.
Perhaps over there behind that stone.
No.
Well, clearly you are playing some sort of jest with me. Where is the child?
What child?
Oh dear, do not play me the fool. You offered me a child for that pie.
I just haven't gotten a child yet. I have one in mind.
Do you? You know what they say about those that break promises.
I haven't broken a promise yet. You never gave me a time frame.
Oh, but the next time you see me, you shall bring me a child.
Well, this seems to be an event that I wasn't aware of.
Fear not, I am quite forgiving. You have until the end of today, of course. And you?
I'm here for a child as well.
Yes, she's quite lovely. She holds her up and covers herself. Oh. You seemed her so calm.
Why is she not crying?
For she's my child.
Says who?
Well, says the one that birthed her.
Does she carry your blood?
Not yet. She goes and puts her arm against your shoulder. Did the mother not tell you? Call her sweet girl.
I don't believe that I had the full understanding of what went down.
That is what most of them say, isn't it? Oh, shall I show you? Oh. She snaps her fingers at you. Instantly. Do you resist at all? No? Okay, yeah. You are immediately overcome. You see him drop to the floor instantly.
Glenfin.
What did
He's
you do?
out cold. Hush, child, he's dreaming. You mustn't wake him. You. As the world goes dark and you see the stars align in front of you, light of day coalescing into little speckles, floating dust in the wind, and you hear the creaking again of a windmill. Louder wind blows outside. And there, sitting at the table across from Morgantha, is Kala. She has the child bouncing on her leg, and she won't stop crying. She's younger then, smaller. But even then, her little hands reach up and grab at her mother's hair. And Kala just, you can see her eyes are red and tired. Morgantha leans across the table. My dear, what would you give to see your love again? Would you give your pain, your suffering, your joy? Kala, you can tell this is part of a longer conversation. She sits there, eyes staring down at that child. I just can't do this alone. I would give anything to see him. I can't do this. Just can't. Morgantha stands, offers her hand. Kala. She looks up at her and takes it. Morgantha shakes it rather vigorously. There, go. Be off. Your wish shall come true, and you will be happy again. At that moment, you feel the sense of worry as you swirl in your head. You're no longer at a windmill, but swaying around a fire. Your hands clasped around Kala's. It's a memory as the two of you swirl dancing, both of you younger. Before any worries, any fear. It's from your days traveling with the Vistani. You dance with her, and you get a sense that this is her overwhelming memory of you. Until, again, it turns sour. And she sits there alone as her eyes open up and you're not there next to her. You know that's the night that you left. You feel a rushing as you run through these woods, familiar ones that you often too dream of that night that you left. And the last time you saw the Vistani wagons, and the last time you saw Kala, maybe 2 years before. In the swirling of your head, everything becomes foggy, and you lie there in a stupor. The rest of you stand next to the hag. Oh, he'll be dreaming for some time.
What kind of dream?
Wonderful dreams. Terrible ones.
What are you gonna do with Strahd?
I know what she's going to do with the child.
I will love the child. I will raise it.
Will you?
To be my own, of course. And poor Bella. Simpleton. Got myself killed. Rather it be that nasty Ophelia. Filthy wretch. They all grow so wicked. Vile. Oh? Is that it now? You begin to stir. You feel yourself roll over in the grass. You're conscious of where you are. It's as if you blacked out for a moment and you feel yourself pulling at the grass to stand up. You crawl towards your child and then to your knees for standing.
I'd like to run over to him, kind of try to help him up too.
Yeah, I'm next to him too. Oh,
Glenfin, are you alright?
You never told her the deal.
That is how the fates work. You spin the threads of time.
You can't make a deal and not tell someone that they owe you their child.
But my dear, she offered me her child. She offered me her joy, and her pain, and her suffering. And you know what happens to those who break promises.
What?
You've come to make a deal for this child, yes?
Yes.
Yes, we have.
I suppose a baker's dozen shall do. A dozen for the child, and one more. The one you owe me.
Are you saying bring back 12 more children plus the one?
13.
That would be the deal. A baker's dozen do not be baked.
Is there anything else we can do other than that? Is there any other options?
That is the deal that has been struck, the one that I weave,
The one that you weave.
and the one for you to take.
It's a terrible deal.
It's an awful deal.
We have to be one.
Awful for some, joyous for others.
You don't know what you are when they make those deals. I didn't know what you were. We never
That's
made
all.
that deal if I knew what you were.
Oh my dear. Does this really matter?
Yes. You made it seem like you would care for those children more than what they've been. Not eat them.
And I care for what you eat. Oh! My dear Annalie. Oh. Eating children. It's not a game for hags. We're not just hags, anyway. I'll take my dozen untouched, if you don't mind. I'd rather than not nibbled on for the return. Do we have a deal?
Give me my child first. And we'll get you your kids.
No,
Wait,
we
wait,
don't
wait,
make. Don't make a deal
We
yet.
can't just agree to this. Just
There's other things we can offer.
I understand, but we have to think this through.
Is that your price?
No,
Glenfin.
that's not our price.
Absolutely.
No, that's not our price.
No,
We
You
aren't
got a
agreeing.
child.
No, we are not agreeing
No,
to
we're
this.
agreeing.
Stop.
She bats at her face. You see where she's scratched herself with her fingernails. But she's calm, not crying. She
No.
offers you the child.
Is there anything else we can offer? Come on.
Glenfin,
We don't know.
there has
There
to
is
be
another
another
way.
way. We can't just trade more lives for.
For this
We have,
one.
we have to think of something. There has to be something else that we have.
There's other things we can offer. How
It's-
about that? Not just
Could we give you any
children.
information? Is there something that we could sell to you?
You're grasping at straws, dear.
I'm not grasping at
Information
straws.
you think you have.
There's other things in this life more than this. Come on, there must be something that you want.
Perhaps there's something that we can do for
She
you.
snaps at you, laughing, and watches as the corner of your book begins to burn and sizzle.
Oh my
You think there's information in your books? Oh, you simple children! Lest you know the length of time. The time I've spent here, the time I've spent elsewhere, the worlds I've seen, child. You've but a glimpse into the vast eternity. To oblivion with us all. Information I do not need.
What about
Is there something
as
that we
an
can help
ally?
you with that?
What about allies? Can't we make a bargain about something else? We could be partners in something. Nobody has anything.
Partners how?
Well, we are.
What would you do for a child? What would you do for 13?
More than you know.
Exactly. More than you know.
No, we need to be very, very careful with our
That
statements
is the
here.
answer.
No.
For I know an awful amount.
Like what? What can we we can do something.
Guys,
Children is the line.
No, we're just asking we can be allies. That's what this is. Can we both benefit from something? Both parties here?
I would see Fiona Wachter removed. I would see the Baron removed.
both.
Fiona. Which one was Fiona? How do you?
The book club guys.
And who would sit in place?
You.
I would say Baron gone and Isaac, but not Fiona. This is a deal. This is a partnership. Remember? Both.
She's not. I don't think she'll budge on that.
We don't know that.
The moons are waning. You're losing light.
We're also offering more and different things. There's different bargains we can strike.
I deal in two things here. Children and corruption. For the boundaries that you break, I would pay for those.
Will you give us 2 hours and we'll come back with our answer on which one we choose, the children or the
You have
politicians?
until nightfall.
To decide.
We only need 2 hours.
How much time is there until nightfall?
I
2 hours anyways.
don't know. Yeah, probably.
You left earlier in the morning. It's 6 hours there. So let's say you left around 5. You get there around 11. It's around noon now.
Oh.
Nightfall is around 6.
6 hours. So give us until nightfall to decide.
You have until nightfall, not only to decide, but to make a trade. Do we have a deal?
Trade of what? One or the other?
What are the conditions under the politician's death?
I want Lady Wachter dead. I want her family dead. I want Vargas Balakovich and his Victor, his son. I'd like who else? Isaac, gone. Oh. Father Lucian, dead.
I'm not asking for a hit list. I'm asking for how would you like the bodies? Would you like us to bring them here for proof?
Oh.
Or should we leave them there?
Proof is proof enough. Let them lie.
Oh.
But I have one more for you. Erwin Martikov. Yes, that is the name. That is the deal. Erwin. Vargas. Lady Wachter. And Father Lucian.
Why Erwin?
Those are my 4. 4 for 13. Why Erwin? It's my business, not yours.
Can we just take a minute?
Do what you will. She goes and puts the child to her breast
the
again.
child as we wait.
You may take the child now, you bring me 13.
Come here. I have some,
May I hold the child as we decide?
No. You decide and I will give you the child.
Come here. I'm just gonna call them away from her. We're going up there where she can't hear us at all.
Okay, where do you go?
Just up the hill or wherever that is.
Okay.
We can't make even those two. We need to kill this man.
That's good.
We need to go back and get her.
Okay.
We need to kill her.
Go away. Let's do the player.
Yeah, you go to a different
Yeah, go over there. We can't.
Go to different room.
It's a good idea. It's a good
Tell me
idea.
the set time. Exactly 6 o'clock. We'll meet at the table that call and make a deal with my child. Exactly 55 minutes before then, I'm going to cast my, what is it called again? My rope trick. And I'm hiding the alchemist fire in there. An hour after that spell has been cast, whatever's inside drops out to the ground. With presumably the hag underneath.
But what if she has your child?
That's why we made the deal and get out with my child within 5 minutes.
I think that's a good idea.
That's great, but how do we make the deal with her?
Look at Lucas' face.
Because we have to bring the children.
No, we're
We
not.
tell her that we'll kill the Baron and
I thought we were
Baron,
doing
the Doctor, Father Lucian, Erwin.
I think we should say the kids more than that. I'm saying because she said 13 kids for this. She didn't say that she would give the baby for the other ones. She only said she would let us have the baby for the 13 kids.
No, she said it was either or.
I know, but I'm saying when she offered for
Oh,
Glenfin to
before.
have the baby, it was only to the option
Yes,
of the 13
yes,
kids.
okay.
we'll say whatever we need to get my kid
I
out.
think we need to take her down. I don't think either of these
I
options
don't
are
think
good.
we can.
You know what the
honestly-
Alchemist Fire?
I believe the Alchemist Fire will get her away, take her down enough to where we can get away, but I don't think that'll even stop her.
Yeah, but won't it damage her enough and then we can all fight her? Or we can go back to the town and get more help.
I was gonna say, is there any way we can call for help?
I think
Where
we
we
can.
Let's see if the
I
Were-Ravens
can
would
call
help.
a raven to help.
Yeah, we can try.
They can hide
If
in
she
trees.
wants Erwin dead, maybe the Ravens have something against her.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Something, anything to help.
We can call the ravens in the trees.
See if you can get a message there and back and have them stand by
Yeah, bring Stefan,
on
bring
the
Stefan.
forest line.
But I don't know if she's.
I already have Stephanie's on my shoulder. I see him.
Okay, well, no, I don't.
I'm worried. I don't know if the Were-Ravens will help though either.
We can call
It's something.
something.
It's something to do, yes, but I don't know if it's very useful.
Then what's your idea? Kill 13 people?
No, I don't want to kill the children. I don't want to kill the
I think
politicians.
the evil here is her, and we need to take her. Like we need to get
We
rid of
can't
her.
do that either. We physically cannot do that.
But with the ravens, we possibly
I am
could.
not letting any of us try because I do not believe we are ready to take a hag on.
But we only have today. That's a problem. We can't come back.
I know.
3 more sessions. Be stronger.
And what do we have? These more sessions for this.
We have to make some choice. It's his child. Are we going to protect him?
Of course, I want to get
This
the
is gonna
child
look
back.
the
I
most-
just I don't know.
She said by nightfall we need to bring either the kids or kill, so we need to make this deal with her sooner than that. And sit at the table with her. Isn't that the bargain she struck at the end of
We just have to decide. Because we can't get to town and back children.
So we can't make either trip.
I think we should ask maybe the were-ravens will also ask other people for help. Who knows? Just
I
any
mean, they
help.
seem very territorial. I don't think they would ask many others without.
Who knows who they have?
About 100 yards.
Let's ask the Were-Raven and let's
I'm going to tell Stefan to call out to Erwin and his Were-Raven buddies, and also if they have any other people they know to come help. But also, go quietly.
And just say like it's about the kids and children. I don't know. Say something to us.
Yes, if the kid we're trying to get, and the hag is holding the kid.
The raven
And
goes,
walkies.
flies towards the direction of Loki.
I'm going to try and walk back towards the hag and
Glenfin, what
No.
are you
Where are you
telling her?
going?
We have to
we'll
make this decision
have
as
our
a team.
decision and we'll tell you at 6 o'clock as soon as the night comes at the table where we bargained for my child the first time.
I would meet you in Velaki now. I would meet you with the children.
Meet us with
You bring them just outside the gates. you line the corpses at the Western Palisades.
What would you do with those children?
We were to make a deal by nightfall, not fulfill it.
Deal.
6 o'clock, the table will be parted for my child.
Scene 6. You see her there as just before you turn. She vanishes. Your child with her. You're left there alone in the standing stones.
I got spiked in those stones. It's just like
walk.
special. I want to walk like right where she was standing, like right between those two.
Yeah, between them you find a small stone plate that she was sitting on. Now there's little white pebbles scattered around it. You look closer, pick one up, and you find them to be teeth. Child's teeth.
Glenfin, what do you see?
I think this is where she consumes the children.
Most likely.
It's terrifying.
Makes sense. Alright, we have to come up with a secure game plan then. There'd be no room for error in this.
Okay.
So, you're going to create a pocket dimension and put your alchemist fire in it right above where we said we'll meet her. Where is that?
At the table that we saw the first time.
In the windmill.
In the windmill.
How are we going to sneak that
We
in?
need to be out by 6:05.
6:05.
Yes, okay. 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 What do we do then? Do we
I
just
think-
run away with your child, or
I don't think so. I think we should hide to the trees.
Yeah.
We'll have an
Or
advantage.
Just run away with
the
the child.
ravens. Do
Yeah.
that. Oh,
We can run. The fire will obviously harm her. Unless.
I mean, we have to be very, very careful about this. 'Cause she's very, very powerful mage. Obviously, she knows some bit of spell casting. Or not mage, whatever she is. I don't know. It's very risky. I do believe we could at least get the kid with this plan, but I don't know how much more we can do.
That's all that matters. We keep getting the kid figured out later.
Yes.
Well, the alchemist fire will obviously stun her for a moment. We have it into the trees. Hopefully, the ravens or maybe others will come as well, and then we can just combat.
How close were we to the tower when we were talking the first
Bank it
time?
on the ravens coming.
You're maybe about 50 yards away.
Exactly. Don't know.
And now,
Yes, I think we have to come up with a plan for afterwards as well. We cannot just bank on getting the child and leaving, because she can easily. She just teleported away. Who knows how powerful that is, or how far away she can go.
We'll just hop on horses and go.
I don't know if that's a good enough plan. I think we really need to think about this. We can't just wing it.
okay, well, we have time, so let's just continue to talk about it.
Yes.
Doesn't matter, my guys. I was thinking we just give her man a leave, but it's cool.
No. I don't know.
That will significantly harm her, at least. The alchemist fire.
Yes, but we
What
don't
about
know.
those potions
Yeah, we don't know how much it's gonna
that you got from the house?
I don't think any of them would harm her. This one would make her stronger.
What if we?
This
oh,
one's likely a charming potion, and this one is a
What if we
false
think-
death.
What if he falls to death of the Baron and all of that?
We
She just
could
said to
use
see the
that.
corpse. She won't take them.
No, that's a good idea.
She won't take them.
In a sense, fulfilled. Yes.
And it's a false death. Who knows? And we can sneak it into each one of
We
their.
don't know how much it takes to make a false death. This might be enough for one
Probably
person.
If we speak to Erwin about it, he might be willing to at least test it out for us.
Probably just
Or
a drop.
even one of us can test it out. I would be willing to test it out.
Who knows how long it'll last though? I would not do that. Not to us. Not before this.
Depends on.
We can
I mean, it all
pause
depends on the deal later. So we have to decide what we're really going to do. Then.
This is a deal. We can be smart about this. She didn't ask. I mean, she just asked to see their bodies. She didn't ask to take them. It's children, she'll
But
take.
then after we fulfill this deal, she'll still be stealing.
True, but we can
And
come
there's
back
nothing we can do about that right now. Right now, we have to focus on getting your child. Then we can worry about saving others.
and come back later. We're stronger. Could do that. She said she would come to
This
Velocity.
could possibly make us strong enough.
What is?
Do I have
but
any idea how strong of a boon this grants?
then you die slowly.
Yeah, roll for temporary. Or roll for temporary. Roll for Arcana.
24 the first time, boy. Come on.
11. You get a sense that it's likely to grant you some sort of temporary health.
This might be our better option. And false death and for those.
Well, yes, I think that could be a good plan. It could work.
She said she would come to lock you. So
So-
leave now.
Well, no.
Well, I mean, after
the
this.
deal we just made, we have to meet her for the deal to officially confirm it. Because
You could just harm her, take the child, go to Velocity, do the false death on the 3 and just say, we made our deal. I mean, like.
I don't
how
think
do you
that'll
process?
work. I mean, I think she'll be more mad that she thinks we didn't actually accept the deal at that point.
Just make the deal to kill the 4 people.
Do you think that's the right
She
plan?
said they're families, remember? The Baron's family. Those are more, those are kids and the wife. I think he had 2 kids, a wife, the Baron.
Her last
Fiona.
name though was only the 4.
4 for 13.
Oh, okay. So 4. So Fiona, the Baron,
Fiona, Baron, Father Lucian,
and
Erwin.
Erwin. 4.
How do we get them?
Well, with some we can
Just
see.
really-
Erwin, I feel like would be more open to it.
Yes.
We've spoken with him, and we're fairly close. We don't know the other three really. Fiona, we've met once each. The Baron, we've never
I can
officially
agree
met.
with it. They might
Do you
not
think
like
she's
this.
more powerful, strength-wise, or more wise? Once you see past the potion, do you have a better chance of?
I think a false
I don't know
death
how effective the false death potion is. I've never experienced it.
Is it worth trying to trick her than it is trying to kill her?
True.
Well,
You can make her even
Yes, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't believe that we can kill her at all. I understand the motive and I understand the means. I don't think it'll do what you intended to do, though.
So what do you suggest?
I think we have to take one of the deals, and then I think the false death is a good, solid, concrete way to go about that right now. But other than that, I have no idea what we should do.
But it's at the end of the day that we have to. Oh, well, I guess we.
No, we're
Yeah,
making
Strahd
the
then.
deal by the end of the day. Thankfully, we can bargain for more time.
But what if she? The thing is, what if she takes them? She wants them dead, but I don't think she would take them. But there is a possibility. They're not actually dead, and that would be.
All she said is proof is proof.
It's true.
If it comes to it, maybe the were-ravens can back us up at that point.
I think that would be their best option.
It's either that or actually physically kill them or get rid of the 13 kids.
No,
I'd rather
I think
try our
we should
luck at the false death.
I agree.
And
Glenfin?
do you agree with the plan?
Yeah, so
It's
let's
something.
do it.
Sure.
So we're not killing.
Not yet.
No.
I
As
will.
much as we want to.
And there's a perfect spot to stop.
Next.
Because I will do